Hi, I'm Kathy Dodson.
And I'm Jocelyn Lindsay. Welcome to another episode of 5 Minute Indie Insights, publishing tips and tricks in mostly 5 minutes. Because if you're going to avoid writing, at least learn something.
There you go. And hopefully you will your side. Because we talked about beta reader feedback. It's something we talked about. We talked about beta readers before, but this is the important point of what feedback do you want? What feedback do you want them to give? You have to be specific, right?
You have to be specific. We were just laughing and saying you can't just hand them your book and say, "Read my book and tell me what you think."
In our handle.
I know that way lies hell.
Absolutely. I mean, there's three things that I want to know when I get my book to beta readers. I'm open to any information they want to give me, but there's three things that are really important to me. And I let them know I want these three things when I send them the book. And that is the characters. Did you like them and want to follow them through the novel? Are there any specific issues you have with any of the characters?
Yep.
Very important to me. Plot. Did the story make sense? Really important. And was it interesting? So really important.
Yeah.
And yeah, do you have any specific comments about the plot?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a big one. And then my final one is pacing. Did the novel keep you interested throughout the entire story? Were any parts of the book slow or hard to get through?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say ditto all three things for me. Because really at this point, like I will take any feedback anybody wants to give, but I want to know, does it work? Do these three main pillars of the book work? Because if those things don't work, it doesn't matter if there's grammatical errors somewhere. It doesn't matter. A lot of it becomes like superfluous because if you have to go back and rework the spine because the logic doesn't make sense, you have a whole other situation at hand than, do you have too many passive verbs? I'm right.
That's not what beta readers are for.
No,
But if you not feedback and you do, then that's important.
right, exactly.
Yeah. But I think that, you may have other things like specifically regarding genre. Like I write mysteries. Did you know who the murderer was going to be? Or if you write romance,
Was
the happily ever after satisfied.
Yeah, was there?
Right.
I write fantasy. Does the magic system work within the rules of the world? Is there a logic to the magic system?
Right.
How logic to the technology? Yeah,
Yep, typewriters are a lot of things in technology to the world. Yeah, that world building is really important. So you may have one other question to add, but the three pillars are really important. And, I've done a lot of beta reading, and sometimes I'll get like 25 questions they want me to answer, which is fine. But to me, that's pre-beta reading, you know.
well, and I think we want to know what people think. We want to know, what did you think about, Betty? What did you think about Fernando? What did you think about this and the dog and the cat and the castle and the
Right.
pie? We want to know all of those amazing juicy details as the writer. Did you like my stuff?
Right. But when you get too specific, you can lead them
Exactly.
answering things that they wouldn't have answered if you asked them a broader question. So they may focus down on, oh, well, now that you bring it up, I really didn't like the dog or whatever.
Right.
But it may not have ever occurred to them if you just said, what do you think about the characters?
Exactly. Exactly. And I think there can be, you know, there's another type of beta reader which we haven't mentioned yet, which is like a specific, we kind of mentioned it's specific to the genre. Like, do you need a sensitivity reader? Do you need a historical reader who understands the time period you're writing about? There are beta readers that you may need to ask more questions than those three, because it may be something very specific to your book, your genre, your audience that needs attention. But I think the beta readers, it's really about the pillars of what you're writing.
Right. And I will say that If you need a sensitivity read and if you are dealing with controversial topics, you should absolutely have a sensitivity read, especially if it's outside of your own experience. And you should also think that you're about paying those people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's it for beta readers for us. I'm sure we're going to come back to this topic again, because it's important and it's something that I think most writers engage in, and we need to know how to talk to our beta readers about what we're looking for, because it's important. That's it for us this week. We will see you again next week. This channel, whatever time you're watching us at, and like, subscribe, let us know what you think. Let us know if you have questions. We'd love hearing from you. And until then, happy writing. We hope you hit finish. And then we get to see your book on the shelves.
Yes.
So take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.